Por favor, mucho ruido y un gran aplauso para Giancarlo
Esposito.
Giancarlo, welcome!
My goodness! Viva Mexico! How are you? All right. All right, what a warm welcome. We love you.
This is your house.
Yeah.
Stay wherever you want.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Con mucho gusto.
Mucho
¿Aquí
gusto.
los tres? Órale.
Lo que sea. Como desea.
Welcome, Giancarlo. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Happy to be here.
We're very excited to have you today.
We have some fried chicken for you. No, I'm kidding.
It's no pollo dos hermanos.
No, it's laundry, in fact. Dirty laundry. No, for me it's a pleasure to finally meet you. You have to know that I already saw Breaking Bad maybe 6 times complete. It's my favorite, and you are one of my favorite characters. I don't want to hear like a groupie. I'm sorry, but it's a fact.
Too late.
It's too late. You say
I-
more, say more.
I was in fact trying to make your voice when you are talking with Don Eladio. Before you arrive here, I was like, Don Eladio. Pero yo lo que quiero es que tenga un mayor ganancia a un menor riesgo. How I did.
You did well.
Yeah.
Yes.
You did very well.
Giancarlo approved.
Okay.
Giancarlo, you have been lobbying for a Gus Fring series for a while. So why do you feel that Gus was such a special character?
I think he was special because he was number one, he thought ahead of everyone else. So he had the ability to be ahead of people. And he also was someone who cared about his family of workers. He had integrity. He had a certain morality within the nefarious business that he represented. And he wanted to do it the best he could do it. So to me, it's an analogy for how we live our life. Because I think to myself many times, how you do anything is how you do everything. And if you do things to the best of your ability, which Gustavo did,
Yes.
then you gain the result of that. His whole thing was that he could run the business better than the Salamancas.
Yes.
And he knew he could. And so therefore he had ideas. And that's the other thing about the way we live our lives. When we are inspiring ourselves and each other to have ideas. So Gustavo to me is an iconic character because he thought ahead, he had ideas how to do it better, and then he took action. And that made him fierce and frightening.
I love.
I love that description. Fierce and frightening.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, which other characters that you did do you think that would deserve their own show or movie?
Say again, ask me again.
Which other characters that you've played should deserve their own show or movie?
Well, I think Gustavo, without a doubt, has the life of another show. There's no doubt in my mind because we don't know about his background. And one of the beautiful things about Breaking Bad is what you don't know about Gustavo, which makes him more of a mystery. So if they're ever to return to Vince Gilligan and the writers to the idea of a spin-off, it to me would be the rise of Gus.
And Vince knows how to write, right?
He really does. I've played characters where you are tempted and teased to know more. So Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian. You have something I want.
Chills. Literal chills here.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, bring me the child. Give it to me. Come on. Give me that child. Give me that little child. I want that child. Come on.
Wow.
I was scared for a minute.
Aplauso, por favor.
I also want the dark saber. Bring me the sabers.
Where?
I'd kill you all.
Oh my God.
Iconic characters indeed. I would also like to know, for example, Bugging Out from Do the Right Thing. What is he doing right now? What's up with him? Or how Stan Edgar became CEO of Bot International. Those would be like serious doubts and spin-offs I would like to see.
Absolutely. Bugging Out and Do the Right Thing is a classic film. I just worked with Spike Lee again doing a commercial for Fiat, and we had a good time. And we called up that era of New York City when it was the hottest summer ever, and when Bugging Out was on a rampage. You know, how come you got the brothers on the wall? You know, I mean, that was a fun thing for me to do. Stan Edgar is another very contained character, but he's a character who is a company man who understands the business more than anyone else. So to me, I love Stan Edgar. The fact that he's afraid of nothing and no one. Another analogy for our lives, to have no fear about going forth and being all that we can be, realizing our dreams. Stan Edgar knows who he is. So when Homelander is threatening him, and normally any other person would be in fear that he's going to get lasered by Homelander, Stan Edgar says, very calmly, "You are not a god. You are simply bad product."
Wow. Well, for sure we need more of Stan Edgar. Please, I love that. But if that happens, if maybe this stays for a while, which other powers this character should have?
Well, I gotta say that everyone is on this temporary V. And this temporary V is intriguing to me.
Yeah.
So I would love for Stan Edgar maybe to experiment with that down the road. We don't know what will ever happen, but I think Stan Edgar should have some kind of mental power that is a power that thinks ahead of everyone, and it's a mind control power. This would, to me, would be the juxtaposition of all the physical powers that the Seven have.
Yeah.
If Stan had the power to control their thought and guide them to thinking what he wants them to, wow, that would
Yes.
be great.
Without a strength, just with the mind.
Yes, like some premonition or some like mind manipulation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I'm very interested in characters that have the ability to control the chaos. So if I can control the chaos within me, and I can control your thoughts, then I can control your chaos too, then I can control you all.
I don't know if we should clap to that. I don't know if we should move for that.
So, but my daughter is here with me, the lovely Seer Esposito, who's absolutely brilliant. And my joke for the weekend has been, you know, people open doors for me, they drive me here, they treat me like I am what I think I am. I am the king.
Yes, you are.
Well, sir, you've been working a lot. We were discussing yesterday at the Thunder stage. You've got Maxine, you've got Megalopolis coming, the first seasons of Paris and Gentlemen. It's a lot. And today we had the release of Megalopolis, the trailer. Did you have the chance to watch it or
Yeah,
not?
I did get a chance to watch it. It's all Adam, it's not me, and
Yeah,
I'm the king.
yeah.
I should be in there.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
No, I've had the strike. We had an actor's strike, which we all know, and then we had a writer's strike before that. And I had a lot of work that I had done that had been in the pipeline. So I'm very, very proud of The Boys next season coming out April 19th. I'm extremely proud of Megalopolis, where I play the mayor of New York during a very desperate time with a master filmmaker like Francis Ford Coppola and a wonderful star in Adam Driver and Natalie Emmanuel and Aubrey Plaza, just a wonderful cast of characters. But I'm also very proud of the more independent-like films like Maxine. Maxine is the third film in a trilogy. We love Maxine. And why do we love her? We love her because she says the words that we're all thinking. I want to be a star! I want to be a star! I mean, come on. I'm eternally convinced, and that's why I stand here today, is that people want to be seen. And I want you, and that is really the best thing about humanity. We want to be seen. We want to be heard. I see you.
Wow.
Wow.
And let me just follow that. We were talking about filming during the pandemics. And I have a dream that during the pandemics, those creators, they were creating. They were doing nothing but creating new things. And I had this hope that maybe from now on to the next 3-4 years, we're gonna have some of the best movies, the best series, because of this.
We're of like mind. I feel like when the pandemic hit, I made a phone call to the accountant, how long can I last? I have a big family, a lot of bills. I got a little depressed, and then I started to think about what you do in a down market. A down market means when things are slow and not happening, when your life seems to be on hold, you start to dream. And out of that dream of inspiration, you garner what you need to be doing. It's as if you ask the question and then you're told. So what is it I need to be doing? I need to be building. And that's what I did in pandemic. I built ideas, I read novels, I took options on books to make into films, I created relationships. Our lives are not done alone. We have friends out there. You know, I love coming here to see you cheer me on because I'm here to cheer you on as well. But the person next to you, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your best friend, they're there to support you and hold space for you. And if you are able to share your ideas, I don't care what you do, whether it's creative or not, if you can share your ideas of what you see humanity should be for the good, what is that called? It's called intention. And when your intentions are in the right place, everything, the whole world comes to you because you want the best, not only for yourself, but for you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
Wow. O sea, más aplauso, gente. You should run for president.
Preach, man.
You should run for president, Giancarlo.
Oh, wow, that was something. Giancarlo,
Intense.
so I'm such a horror movie fanatic. So you've had a lot of experiences in the past with horror. I mean, we've talked about Maxine right now, but you've been in Abigail. I loved Abigail. Are those fun experiences when you're shooting that? Are you a horror fan? Because you have like this. When we see you on screen, we're all like, he's like so much of a person, like a really respectful guy, but like big, you know? But when we see you here, you're like full of life and you're full of fun and laughter. So how is it to balance this?
You know, many people who see me in a certain character, I'm very convincing because I put my whole heart and soul into it. And you know me in that way. And that's not to say that's not a part of me.
Of course.
I have the dark and the dark and the dark, and I have the light too. That's who we are as human beings. And to not be ashamed of your darkness is okay. After doing Abigail, I cannot wait to make another horror movie. I really can. I had so much fun doing it. Tyler, the director, was Tyler and Matt, directing team, were phenomenal. We had a great cast, and we had the ability to have really good material. And so now, out of that, I'm building. I'm looking for a good material. I think I may have found a short story. I think I may have found a writer, and I'm putting that together so I can star in a horror mystery movie. But that's what you do when you're inspired, and I was inspired by Abigail. That little girl is an amazing actress. So committed, so phenomenal. And it's not only a scary movie, it's also a comedy.
Yes.
It's really funny. And I like genre films because it teaches me something I don't know. How often do we want to learn about something we don't know? I always know I want to be good at everything I do. But sometimes that allows me to think I know better than anyone else. And the truth is, when I'm vulnerable and I don't know better, I learn and I get excited and I see someone who's better than me. I want to work with people and to be around people who lift me up and uplift me. People who have a better energy than I do. so I can raise to the highest level.
Well, it's hard because you really have such a great energy and so high that it's kind of difficult, but I agree with you. We have to find that places and that people that make us feel like the stupid one in the room, right? I think that's what makes you grow. So I want to ask then, in the film of Megalopolis, how was being with the director, Francis Ford Coppola, at the same moment with you?
Yes, a legend.
I have worked twice with Francis, once on Cotton Club and now on Megalopolis. And Francis is a really smart man. He deals with mythology and myth. He knows all the legends of the Greek scholars and Roman history. And Megalopolis is a story that takes place in contemporary time, but set in a Roman fable. Well, not even a fable, a history of Cicero and the history of Caesar. And Caesar tried to take over the Roman Empire 6 times. He tried to have a coup of the council, and he was turned away and defeated 6 times. And most of that started with words. And then when the words didn't work, he tried to take over physically. So it's this battle of the old guard and the new guard. So I play the mayor of New York, which is the old guard, and it was interesting to work with Francis because the character was taken from himself. And so part of me was enamored that I'm playing a version of who he sees himself as. Now, this is really key because we all see ourselves a certain way. But I want to tell you that you are not who you think you are. We look in the mirror, we see all of our flaws. But when I look in the mirror, I see all of your positiveness, your beauty, your smile, your excellence, your brain, your creativity. So the mind is really tricky. It'll convince you that you are one thing, but you're not that one thing. We are everything. And I came here to Mexico, and I went to the museums, and I realized that the Mexican people have a different way of thinking about life, mortality, about wisdom, about passing on, about how to integrate their mentality and their spirituality into everything. And that is part of what I believe. So Megalopolis is a great movie. It has a lot of what Francis's gift to us is. It's the gift for a new world. And the new world is not out there. The new world is right in here. The new world is in here. The new world is in sharing the circular energy that we all can share. Because just like this moment in time is an energetic force field in a vortex of this stage, it is also that same energy that is in our world, and we can change it for the better right now.
Woo! Claro, aplausos.
I'm so glad that this all the time is being filmed because, I mean, we need this material.
Yes, for
to
our
remember
every day of our lives.
Yes, thank
so,
you.
Giancarlo, one of the other things that I think Mexican people connect to you so much are because we, in Mexico, we love villains. We have telenovelas. Have you watched any telenovelas, soap operas?
Yeah.
And we love our villains, sometimes even more than the protagonist. So, how does it feel to play a villain? Does it give you, like, you said before that you love to show that dark side of you. So how does it feel to play a villain?
To me, to play a real villain is to play a little bit of the vulnerability, a lot of the darkness, and I love to control the situation. So I love to control the chaos of life. But the truth is I can only control my chaos, if hardly that.
Right.
And so, but it feels good to play the villain because it empowers you in a way. In film, I can do things I can't do in my real life. I would never think of doing that. I have to check myself. Hopefully not. Many actors do. But to be able to do that on screen is to play out a very deep and dark fantasy. And if you have a character that's well-rounded, that fantasy can come to life and feel really real. So when I play villains, I feel as if I'm in control of the situation, and it gives me goosebumps because I can control the outcome. So what I'm saying is that in playing the villains I play, it has been cathartic, an exorcism for me. It's made me a better human being to kill you people on screen.
Wow.
I love
It's
that.
a weird thing, but you know,
Yes.
hey, it's the truth. You know,
If it works, it's like therapy, right?
if it works, it's like therapy. That's right. I've had a couple of therapists, and they fire me. So now I have to find my therapy
Yes.
through what I do.
Someone who's more frightening than you are. So someone who's like really like dark, so you can be like, okay.
Not even Darth
I
Vader.
spend a lot of time in prayer,
Yes.
and on Sunday I go to many churches and I beg for ablution.
Yesterday, you're talking about this, like when you're acting, you really are thinking about what the character means, and you're saying that you look at the camera, and you just goes there thinking, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna. How strong is that? Because you're controlling your mind, and everything happens, right?
Absolutely right. We're all energy. And my girls, my 4 daughters, read me really well. If I throw them a look that's less than kind, they feel it. So what I have to do in many of the parts I play is to portray a certain feeling sometimes and many times without words. And in order to do that, I have to be thinking something in my head. I have to be thinking how to manipulate you, how to get you to do what I want you to do without speaking it. And so that's developed a deeper sense of my connection to myself, because I have to go through many different emotions in a short period of time, and I could feel it, but if you don't see it, it doesn't mean anything. So I have to give my timing and essence and think it so clearly that you feel it. Now, the eyes are the window to the soul. And so you know when someone's, oh, it's so nice to be here. Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Hi. Good to see you. You feel that insincerity. Or you feel when someone really looks at you and says, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love that you watch what I do. I love that you appreciate me. I love that you would come out to hear me put a few words together. You feel the sincerity of that, right? That's because we're energy, and that energy gets transferred from heart to heart, from eye to eye. And if you put that into what you do, because there's no small job, there's no small parts if you're an actor, there's no small existence on this planet. You put it into what you do, then you will know that what the reason you're here for. You'll know it. And it will be fine. Nothing will be above you, and nothing will be below you. You'll be meeting the challenge of your life. And that is when you become comfortable in your own skin. You're not worried about your hair. You're not worried about I got big ears. I ain't worried about my ears. I ain't worried about the pimple on the side of my head. None of that matters anymore, because you're channeling this beautiful energy of humanity. And that is you, and that is me, and that is you, and you, and you.
Wow.
Aplausos, por favor.
I think we
Thank you
just
very much.
had
Love you, baby.
a TED Talk.
Yes.
Very much.
I think
Acabamos de
you've
tener
changed
algo
my
muy
life right
similar a una TED Talk. Espero les llegó al corazón. Están todos muy impactados. Me too.
CCXP México, Giancarlo Esposito.
We love you!
Más aplauso, por favor. ¡Qué locura!
CCXP! Pass it on, baby, pass it on.
Hello.
Photo.
And those who didn't have the chance, Giancarlo is staying and signing autographs, right? They can go there and take a picture with you.
Come and see me.
Autógrafos y fotos con Giancarlo en la parte de allá para que no se lo pierdan.
Let's right. I love you. All right, ready? Down on 3.
Una vez más para Giancarlo Esposito, que sienta la vibra de México. ¡Eso!
¡Qué locura! ¿Me puedes enchufar, querido? Porque de la emoción se desenchufó todo.
Oye, no quisiese yo alburear.
Acá está, acá está.
No me lo encuentro.